Everybody Needs a Change.
Well, that's an old Sleepy John Est's song. And when Rye arrived, this was on a weekend, we didn't have any new songs to cut at that point. And I was thinking, well, we can't just sit here with an empty studio and not do anything. And I knew that he had a close affiliation with Sleepy John. And we both knew his early work and loved his material. So I just thought, well, this is a good song to do, and you can arrange in any way we like. You know, it's completely open. And Rye, who told me later that he was a great man for riffs, came up with the sort of arrangement for it, and we just went ahead and did it just about completely live. And it was very quickly settled, and it turned out very nice.
Just to get shed of the dirt, everybody. We ought to change sometime. Yes, because sooner or later we're going out in that lonesome ground. Well, I change honey, I change money, I change people just to keep from being funny. Everybody, they ought to change sometime. Yes, because sooner or later we're going out in that lonesome ground.
Song number 2 is The Shape You're In.
Yeah.
And that's a song that you wrote, Eric.
Yeah, this is a sort of comic song, really. If you listen to the words, it's about a man telling his girlfriend or his spouse that she can't handle the liquor. It was really a little bit of a send-up on the way my wife guzzles down the old vino. And, never not to be taken seriously by any stretch of the imagination, but a good rocker.
Ain't Going Down.
Ain't Going Down. This was the only thing I had in any concrete form when I went into the studio this time. I didn't have any more than just the opening phrases of this particular song. I think what we did was to put down a rhythm track, because it's only three chords, I think, in all, maybe four. And then I had to write a little more lyric on top of it. It's a little bit airy-fairy, but really I think when I knew that I was going to be making a kind of solid track for it, I started thinking about it in terms of being a vehicle for some guitar playing, and the song didn't really count very much. It was more or less of a complete thing.
I Got a Rock and Roll Heart is the next one.
Well, this was a demo that I had from Troy Seals, that I get every now and then, maybe twice a year. I get his music publishing company send my office a batch of demos, and this was one that had been knocking around for about 3 or 4 years, and I kept thinking, well, maybe I'll try doing that one day. Although with all his things, I think that his demos are so good that it's just covering them to make your own record is pretty much of an achievement. I thought this one would be good to do, although I thought maybe it was a bit poppy for me, but the way it worked out, I thought it was quite soulful. You know?
And that's the single from the album.
It's going to be the single, yeah.
I got a feeling we could be serious, girl. Right at this moment, I could promise you the world. Before we go crazy, before we explode, there's something about me, baby, you got to know. You got to know. I get off on 57 shots.
Man Overboard next is another composition of yours.
Yeah, that was one that got written towards the end of the sessions. I had a couple of days off to do a bit of songwriting, and I just was feeling a little bit scatterbrained at the time, and I was thinking, with all the anxiety of making a record, I was like a man on fire, and with the prospects of actually getting something finished, I was a man overboard. It was I was a bit lost at the time I wrote it, and that comes out in the lyrics a bit, I think. It was kind of like negative, positive kind of things going on. But the great thing was that when I did the backing track, Rye was there to overdub on it with Slide, and he just made it sound so great that we decided to keep it and use it, make a good song out of it.
So very much a true story, biographical.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
You say you do and you don't. You say you will and you won't. You make me laugh, make me cry. You make me live, make me die. You put me in, put me out. You make me scream, make me shout. You pick me up, put me down. You make me kid, make me clown. I'm like a man on fire, man on fire, man overboard, man overboard. Like a man on fire, man on fire, man overboard, man overboard. You can turn on the light in the middle of the night. You can put me to rest. What you do is the best. You can turn me away, get me back the next day. You can fill up my heart, or you can tear it apart. I'm like a man on fire, man on fire, man overboard, man overboard. Like a man on fire, man on fire, man overboard, man overboard.
Pretty Girl.
Pretty Girl is about the wife again.
Yes, it's self-evident, and
Yes, another.
it's a sequel to Wonderful Tonight.
I suppose it is, yes. It's a little tribute to the loving wife. It was another one that I wrote during the sessions, and it seemed to all happen very quickly in the way that these things are best at happening. It didn't need provoking. I just picked up the guitar and started playing the changes and singing the words, and it took very, very short time to finish. And I thought it was a pretty tune.
Pretty girl, you are the light of my life. I mean my everything. You are the one I chose to make my wife. That's why you wear my ring. And when I'm feeling down and out, you are the one who will bail me out. My love will always guide me home. Pretty girl, my pretty girl.
Man in Love.
Man in Love, well, we got a situation where, you know how it goes in studios, as you're going by an album, you'll get a little gap appear here and there where someone will say, well, what we need here is a Bill Doggett number or a Jerry Lee number or whatever it seems to be requiring. And a Bill Doggett number was what was required, a shuffle, you know, a kind of honky-tonk feel. And I thought, well, all right, I'll just do a very, very basic 12-bar. Only it seems to be quite difficult to write a basic 12-bar. I mean, it's almost impossible. And that's what you come up with, is like a little bit of melody and on top of a slow shuffle, really, or a medium shuffle.
You're always in my hair, you keep me feeling fine. I celebrate each time I realize you're really mine. 'Cause I'm a man in love. 'Cause I'm a man in love. I tell it everywhere I go. I want the whole world to know that I'm a man in love. I used to be so sad, like a dog without a bone. And you showed me something, baby, I had never known. I'm a man in love. I'm a man in love. I tell it everywhere I go. I want the whole world to know I'm a man in love.
Crosscut Saw, Eric.
Yes, this is an old Albert King song. It actually goes back to a guy called Tommy McLennan, but it was a jumping off point for the new lineup in the band. When Duck and Roger appeared, they started kind of talking amongst themselves while me and Albert sat and watched about the previous sessions they'd done in the past. Remember this, remember that bit, remember we... And they started playing Crosscut Saw because I'm not sure about Roger, but I'm pretty sure Duck played on the Albert King version. And it was, I mean, you'd be a fool not to want to join in with them. So I found that after maybe lazing around for a couple of weeks, here I was provided to sort of prove myself as a guitarist a little bit and play, see if I could remember the Albert King licks, bend all those strings, which is quite, you know, finger searing, if you like, and see if I could impress them with their new band leader, you know, what did they think, sort of thing. So we ran through it, well, we jammed on it really, and I think Tom didn't realise that we were getting serious at any point, but at some point we stopped and said, well, let's hear that back. And when we listened to it back, we thought, well, why not just finish it? You know, we've got the rhythm track there and the lead guitars on it and everything, we might as well, instead of just throwing it away, put a voice on. So I put the voice on, and although there are a lot of ifs and ahs about it being a qualified member of the album, I thought maybe there were a lot of people that liked my kind of playing, or that were followers from any kind of era, that would think, well, this should go on the album. They would have been disappointed if it hadn't. So I decided to fight and keep it on.
Yes.
I'm a crosscut song, baby, drag me across your lawn. I'm a crosscut song, baby, drag me across your lawn. I'll cut your wood so easy for you, you can't help but say hot dog. Some call me woodcutting Sam, some call me woodcutting Jim. The last girl I cut wood for, she wants me back again. I'm a crosscut song, baby, drag me across your lawn. I'll cut your wood so easy for you, you can't help but say hot dog. All right.
slow down, Linda.
Well, when I heard Duck was coming in, I tried to write a song that had the da 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 da. Let's see, da da, sort of I Can't Turn You Loose, Otis Redding rhythm feel to it. It's playing all those bass notes that he was sort of he was legend for, and it turned into this Slow Down Linda, and we did it very quickly, and it was a great inspiration. It was a good way to pass the time quickly with a rocker, you know, and it got everyone feeling good. So, and it was another easy one to write.
Crazy Country Hop, finally.
Sorry. That's all right. That was one of my early recollections. I think I was about 14 or 15 when that came on the radio in England. And I remembered the opening guitar, the opening bending notes on the electric guitar, and it froze me at the time. And I always wanted to kind of pay back Johnny Otis for doing that to me, you know. In actual fact, we got Johnny Otis on the phone from the studio and called him up and asked him to either send a demo or send the words or something, because I couldn't remember all the verses, and he was very pleased that we were doing it. And he actually played the record over the telephone, and we recorded it at the other end,
really?
So that we could refer to it. Yeah.
He works now in Los Angeles, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's still running a band. He's a disc jockey, and he runs a little review, which I think will be on the road next year.
Did you know him?
Never
before this
never met
experience?
him before. No.
He must have been knocked out.
Well, so was I.
Yeah, I'm sure, yes. Tremendous. Well, Eric, lots of luck with Money and Cigarettes, which I love as an album.
Thank you very much.
Oh rock and roll.